Game number 1 of the 2022 season is done and dusted. Penrith Panthers defeating the Manly Sea Eagles. Let's recap some of the key points here in this video. Ahoy footy fans, and how exciting was last night, the start of the season. We're officially underway, and I don't think many of us expected to see what we saw. 28 points to 6, I did not see that coming. I had tipped them to win, but not by that many. I thought 8 points at most, but to win by that scoreline, and they had a couple of tries disallowed as well. Really impressive first up effort by the Panthers. And Sean O'Sullivan in particular. No Nathan Cleary, no worries. Sean O'Sullivan, he stepped in. He filled the gap nicely. He did his job. He did all that he needed to do. Didn't try and overplay his hand. When Nathan Cleary went down injured, people thought that Panthers were going to struggle a little bit. Not this guy. I knew they'd be fine. As I said on the night during the live stream, they were prepared for Nathan Cleary being injured this season. And Sean O'Sullivan, he would have been running drills with the team. He would have known how to step in and take Cleary's place. They didn't lose a single step, it seemed like. Sometimes Sean O'Sullivan, it felt like we were actually watching Nathan Cleary out there. So it's good to know, good news for the Panthers, that Sean O'Sullivan, he can step up and fill the role nicely and do a good job. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the Panthers. The other thing I wanted to make mention of is Charlie Staines. I had my doubts. I did my multi-tips based around Charlie Staines' wing, because last season we saw he would just get manhandled. He was a little fat, like, he's young, okay? He's still growing. I understand. So this is not any sort of, it's not meant to be any sort of harsh criticism towards him. He's a young fella. He's still growing. He's still bulking up. And last season he was just getting manhandled by everybody that he came up against. So I had very little faith in him returning the footy off kicks, being able to stand up in defense and hold his own. But I've got to give him all the praise in the world. Whatever he has done in training in the off-season, he looks immaculate. Like, I just can't believe the transformation. And what Penrith managed to do was shut down Tommy Turbo. You always got the impression with Manly, when Tommy Turbo's on the field, they're always in the game, no matter the scoreline. And at 12-0, you knew it wasn't over. And then when they got that try against the run of play to go into the sheds, 12-6, started thinking, oh, look out, expect some Tommy Turbo magic here. And suddenly we're locked up at 12-all when Penrith had all the running of the play. Of course, that didn't eventuate. Penrith came back out in the second half and just carried on what they were doing in the first half. Manly just weren't allowed to get in the game, and more importantly, Tommy Turbo was not allowed to get into the game. So they did a fantastic job at shutting them down. To recap, Penrith 28 points to 6 winners. Games coming up against the Dragons and the Knights, and then Nathan Cleary's back, I think. I think he comes back. He'll be back around 3 or 4, so they've got at least the Dragons to go, and you would expect that they should beat the Dragons and the Knights with or without Nathan. So things are looking good for the start of the season for the Panthers. What did you think of the scoreline? Did you get surprised by it like we did? We were expecting something a lot closer. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we will see you next kickoff. Cheers.